What's up, guys? I want to tell you today why I believe that every man should train martial arts. Every man should train martial arts for 2 to 3 years. So this 2 to 3 year time period, I'll give you the reasons why I think specifically then would be good. Basically, if you train for 2 years, now you keep in mind you have to train grappling and striking both. You need to train, honestly, not a lot, guys, not as much as you would think. 2 hours twice a week, so 4 hours a week. If you train, you do an hour striking and an hour of jiu-jitsu twice a week for 2 to 3 years, you basically have an associate's degree in fighting. And no one you would run into would be able to mess with you and you not be able to at least somewhat defend yourself. First of all, because most people that train martial arts aren't out attacking people and being a criminal. So the people that, if you're at a bar or a club or something with a girl or something like that, those people don't train anyway. So you would really be able to put something on them and whip their ass, right? But even any situation, like I always joke with my students about crackheads at 7-Eleven. I said the 7-Eleven crackhead's going to get you, better get in here and train, right? And it's funny, and we make it funny in class and stuff like that, but it's real. It's also real. So the bigger you are, the less training you need. Weight classes exist for a reason. Equal skill, the bigger man wins. You know, George St. Pierre's not beating up Brock Lesnar in a fight. Like, size does matter. So the bigger you are, you may even need less. But if a man trains for an hour a day, twice a week, not an hour a day, 2 hours a day, twice a week. He does 4 hours a week, an hour grappling, hour striking. Now, he has to spar and he has to grapple. That doesn't mean he has to spar hard. He doesn't have to ever go hard. He could spar 60, 70% for the whole time he's in there, and from a kickboxing standpoint, and that will be just fine. And he needs to grapple. He needs to make sure he does at least, we'll say if he grapples twice a week, he does at least 3 rounds. So 6 rounds per week of live rolling. If a dude does that, the smaller you are, the more you need, for sure. If you're a 135-pound guy, you may need 3 years. You may need more. But as a whole, most of the people that would attack you or you would need to defend yourself in a street scenario aren't trained anyway. So if you put 2 to 3 years in for most people, that will be enough time to basically give you an associate's degree in fighting, where if you went anywhere, no matter where you go, out in public, a restaurant, a bar, a school event, maybe you're at a baseball game and a fellow dad gets crazy with you or something. If you have a kid playing baseball, you never know. I have students in my gym that say that there's some dads out there that are crazy like that at some of these local sporting events and stuff. So no matter what situation you're in, you will be able to handle yourself if you just train twice a week, 4 hours a week, 2 hours a day, twice a week for 2 to 3 years. I promise you basically will have an associate's degree in fighting, and you will basically probably hardly ever lose another fight in your life against someone that's untrained. And that's a very good feeling, guys. It's a very good feeling to go out and know that if something happens, you and the people with you, your kids, your wife, whatever situation you're in, your mom, you're going to be able to somewhat defend these people. Now, obviously, there's extreme situations where you're multiple attackers or weapons or whatever, but I'm talking about from a physical standpoint, just of combat, especially a one-on-one scenario. You will basically have an associate's degree in fighting and know how to defend yourself. And I promise you, it'll be worth every bit of it. It would be worth it, every bit of it, if you would do that. So that's my suggestion to the average person out there. I think it would be good to train 2 to 3 years, twice a week. If you could do more, obviously the better. The more the better. 3 times a week would be even better. 6 hours a week instead of 4. But an hour striking, an hour grappling. And if you did that for 2 or 3 years, you'd basically have an associate's degree in fighting. And everywhere you would go, for the most part, you'd be okay and be able to defend yourself and handle any situation. And you would have really good confidence in doing so. So I would love to see more people in martial arts. Martial arts is changed people's lives, changed my life, changed a lot of people's lives that I know that I train with or coach. And just there's very little disadvantages to martial arts, besides there is injuries in all sports. In football, basketball, there's injuries as well. So all sports, possibility of injuries. Besides that, very limited disadvantages in martial arts besides injuries. So something to think about, guys. Train 2-3 years, twice a week, grappling and striking. You have associate's degree in fighting, and you'll be able to handle business. Any other subjects y'all have you'd like me to go over, just leave a comment below. And if you're new to martial arts and looking for a gym in your area, get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Choosing Martial Arts School and Instructor. Link is in the description. Thank you, guys.